Pause. Stop. Button.
Okay, guys. Well, now here we have it. I finally know how to send recordings to YouTube publicly, not unlisted or private or rubbish like that, but public. So, I left my cupboard open all night. Left it open all night. We're going to be doing some recordings today. Ooh! Some will be interesting, some will not. And I'm even going to do a recording of my reaction to a TV show, and don't ask me which one it is, because I don't know yet. But, yeah, I'll decide as I'm hearing the TV, and I'll be like, oh, this is the show I want to watch. Here it is. On whichever channel, if I think of what the channel is. But yeah. I've got my food processor going. Now I can demonstrate it. Obviously I won't be doing it straight away, but I will be doing it. Bring on the, what do I call it? Bring on the Substitute Audio Booms / now on YouTube recordings. Yes! I'm actually quite upset I could not, what's the bloody word? I could not transfer everything over from Audio Boom to YouTube. So I just deleted my Audio Boom account quite a few months ago now. I guess I could find an exact date of when I deleted my account, but maybe I should find it in my WordPress blog. That's the other thing I wanted to do, is show you guys how I write a blog, and show you guys, so it's wordpress.com that I use, not blogspot.com, because I don't really like Blogspot. I wanted to show you guys how I use wordpress.com and do a post which I would not want other people to read, or maybe it doesn't matter if they do read it, but if I decide that it's not readable by other people because it's too personal, then I can show you how I would privatise it. So, I'm going to make a cup of coffee. So, while I'm doing that, boiling the jug, I'm going to be putting the washing on. I know there's only a few things there, but that's not really the point. What's that? Oh, a coat hanger! I found one! Okay, I'll just leave it there for now. Put the phone up this way because I don't want it to be sitting on washing powder, so I'll just put you up here near my old toaster, because I don't want my phone to be wrecked. Alright, powder in the washing machine. Right. Closing it. I'm going to turn it on. Just a regular wash. Warm water. Medium level. Water level is medium. So that's high, that's medium. Then I'm going to do it, I want to do it medium spin, because, and turn it on to wash it, because when it's on medium spin, it spins my clothes out, and they do take a bit longer to dry, but they don't get ruined in the spin cycle. So I only use a fast spin for like towels and sheets now, not clothing. Anyway, Yeah. The other thing I need to do on Monday, and I think that's going to put a spanner in the works, I need to talk about getting an OT, being my own occupational therapist, to teach me how to, how to do cleaning in such a way that, like, when the cleaners come, they'll still be cleaning every week, but I want to be able to clean when they're not here, because sometimes I feel bits of food all over the floor, like crumbs and chips and breadcrumbs and cake crumbs and all that. Like, when I bring friends over, we eat and we get crumbs everywhere, and it's like I can't live in a bubble for the rest of my life. I mean, just because I choose to eat and lean over where the table is, crumbs are on the table. But then I wipe the table and some of the crumbs get on the floor. So then I have people come over and then we eat food that's crumbly and it gets on the floor. Now, I'm not going to live in a bubble and say, hey, because it's not realistic. And I'm not going to say, hey, we need to learn not to get crumbs on the floor. We can't learn anything like that. What we can't see, we can learn certain methods of things as blindies, but we can't just learn not to get crumbs on the floor because we can't see them falling onto the ground. So I'm not going to live in a bubble-wrapped cocoon forever. So even though I get cleaning once a week, I want to know how to do cleaning myself so that every Thursday when the cleaner comes, there'll still be a bit of a mess to clean up. But at least I'll have some control over the situation, so that my friends can come over and I can just say, listen, it's only going to take me 3 minutes, but would you mind if I just quickly did this? Because this is what Roxanne... We'll just call her... For audio described, we'll just call her OT. The OT. Because this is what the OT taught me. It's only going to take me 3 minutes to do it. And I might not do a perfect job, but at least I'll do something to keep control over the cleanliness of this unit, which is really what I want. Irrespective of who comes over, so long as I at least know how to do some cleaning properly, well, I say properly because I think I try to do it properly, at least I'll have some control over the domestic situation. Doesn't matter who's here, doesn't matter if it's just me here and I spill things on the ground. May not happen as often with one person, but it does happen, so don't assume that with 5 or 6 other people that it suddenly happens, because it happens with me anyway. Just that the mess builds up over a longer time than if you have more people here. So, yeah, that's the situation with cleaning. I don't think I could learn how to mop a floor properly. I don't reckon I could do that. But I could definitely learn how to vacuum, and possibly, maybe I could learn how to mop properly. Maybe. Because when I lived with Mum, I didn't do a really good job of mopping either. So, you know, it's not about, oh, my friends are here and I've got to clean up and this and that and, well, they're here again. It's actually not about that. Who cares if the people come over? I'm just concerned that I can keep the unit clean enough to suit me. That's all. It's not about everyone else at all.
Pause. Button.
If it was so much about everyone else, why do I have people come over here? It's not about them, it's about me. Anyway, I am also going to, you know what I like in coffee? Condensed milk coffee. Oh, yum. I don't even need sugar. You just add in a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons of condensed milk to coffee and then you put hot water in it. Oh, yum. But I do plan to buy condensed milk to have on toast and things like that. The other thing I plan to do is, well, now that I've got my food processor working perfectly, I can demonstrate it.
Settings. Button.
Obviously, I'm not going to turn it on yet. But
Optus network. Status -0.
phone. But you've got the top where the base is, where the stuff goes onto the base. You can't let food get into that at all. You got to keep it clean as possible. And you've got to make sure that when you're wiping the middle part of the base system, that there's like 4 little prongs where the system fits onto for the electrical parts to work in the machine. For the electrical parts to work, the food processing system where the food goes, you have to make sure that's really clean and dry and everything. But that's just normal for a machine that you use in the kitchen. And on the front of it there's a dial. I don't even know what colour the machine is. But you've got a typical power cord and a power point that it sits in, and you leave it turned off at the wall. You don't leave it turned on at all. Because even though it won't start when there's no system put on there for food, it's still an electrical hazard to leave it turned on, at the wall. So it's off at the wall. I'll make sure it is. Yeah, it is. Then on the front there's a dial. If you switch it to the left it pulses, which is not happening because it isn't on. So switch to the left it pulses. Switch to the right 1 is on number 1. Switch to the right 2 is on number 2. So you turn it all the way off it to the top. Then you count 1, 2, and it can't count anymore. Turn it off. To the left is pulse. So that's basically how you use it. And when I make a smoothie later, because I've got 2 flavoured ice creams in my freezer, I've got cookies and cream and vanilla ice cream. I'll be using vanilla ice cream later to do it. I'm going to make a raspberry and strawberry smoothie. Yum, yum, yum. Yum. Yep, I'm going to do that. I might even use up the rest of my bananas. But then I'd be making 2 or 3 or 4 smoothies out of it, which you use 1 banana, you use 1/3 of a cup of strawberries, 1/3 of a cup of raspberries, and you make a smoothie with it. Oh, yummy. But I think I'll do that actually. I think I'll do that. Because then I can show you how I measure milk and ice cream properly. Because if I do it the sighted person's way, which what you do is you tip water into the jug and you decide, yeah, that looks good enough, I don't want any more milk, and then your ice cream, you scoop it and you guide it into the ice cream scoop. You get it into the ice cream scoop and you you decide that's enough ice cream, which I could do that too. And then you take it up to your jug that you're going to make your smoothie with, and you just tip it in there and you do it just slowly. But the thing is, when I've done that with when I previously had a blender, I ended up getting ice cream and that all over the base of all over the system. So I can't do that. I've actually got to put everything in cups that I want, in little plastic cups that I want, feel how much is in there and decide that's what I want, wash my hands, and then take the cups, individual cups, up to the jug and tip it in there and feel that it's all tipped in there, because then I know that I haven't dripped stuff onto the side of the jug, and I haven't accidentally, when I'm putting ice cream into the jug, I haven't accidentally dropped a little bit onto the side of the base mechanical part of the machine. I haven't bumped the ice cream scoop against the machine and made a mess. And if I make a mess on the bench using the cups, I can quickly clean that up straight away, wash my hands, and then use the blender again. Use it again without having mess and dirt and stuff everywhere. So the other thing that the OT taught me, she sort of taught me how to use a measuring jug to pour things slowly, so I could do the same with the kettle. I had to throw something in the bin then. She gets me to feel where the spout of the measuring jug or kettle is. Gets me to tip it up until I start to hear pouring, a noise, but don't tip it any faster. And I sort of feel where the cup is, feel where the heat is coming from, feel how I'm pouring the hot water in by touching where the spout is just over the cup. Take my hand away and hold it near enough to the jug that I can feel the heat, and I just tip the jug up slowly, and when I feel heat coming from it, I know that water's going into the cup. And what I do then is I feel how much water's in the cup, and then I'll take my finger away and continue to pour the kettle, and that way I don't get too much rubbish all over the bench. And then when I'm wiping up, because I keep my stuff near the blender, I just feel where the mess is with my hands and give it a good clean up near the blender, and then I've got nothing to wash up later. That's what the OT taught me. So yeah, I've got some control over the situation now. Oh no, where did I put the phone? Here. So now I'm going to take my coffee over to the table. Reminds me, I need to fix that table before my, oh shit, need to fix the table before my grandparents get here. Oh Jesus. See, there's food all over the floor here that I can't, well, I could try to clean up, but I don't think I can do a good job. And I don't know where the other chair is. There's that one, and there's, oh, where is the other chair? Where did I put it? Oh, where? One, oh, there it is. Okay, I couldn't see it. Couldn't see the fucking thing. No, I'm gonna go and get my food out of the fridge from yesterday. I'm going to eat my food. So there's stuff all over the ground and I want to clean it up before next week. So the table's crowded
4G.
with
Status
stuff.
bar. Pause.
And yeah, I need to clean it up. Is what I need to be doing. I can heat it up in the microwave, but I'm not going to do that. No. That's right, I'll clean up. Oh yeah, I need to put the tea towel over this kind of shit. Shit, that's right. I need to use it today too. So yeah, I needed to clean up for 3 days before my grandparents get here. For 3 days. Because they're not going to like to see a dirty unit. They was like, oh, you're not very clean. You're not very hygienic. That they lie. Of course it's a lie. They make up a load of rubbish. They lie to me about everything. About like, you know, they well, not everything in life. They just lie to me about things, which seems to be everything, because it's all about them. It's what they want. It's about, never about me, ever. So, anyway, I'll have it sorted. Um, what else? I got a new battery in my phone the other day. I did. Apparently the phone was at risk of electrocuting me or causing fire. Jesus. So I'm lucky, guys. Okay, so if one of yous are listening, maybe the phone might not have caught fire, but that doesn't mean anything to me because it was going to catch fire eventually. So usually they don't catch fire, but the old battery was very worn out as I felt it when I touched it. I thought, oh, it's worn out. And I said, could you just chuck it in the bin? I don't need an old battery. And yeah, it was rusting and rotting because when it overheats it tends to get all yuck, because overheating it melts the filament in the battery, causes melting and slowly decays the battery as it gets old and worn out, and causes a lot of trouble for the phone. So I was accidentally ruining my phone with a worn out battery that became faulty. So I'm very lucky. I'm really, really lucky. What else am I thinking? I'm going to try and do a secret recording of me and my grandparents, but I don't know how that'll go. I don't know. There was something else I was going to say and I can't remember. Oh yeah, now that I can do public YouTube uploads that can be viewed immediately. I can obviously remind people now that, if you don't see audio files, it's because I can't see to do video footage. If I do get someone who's sighted to do it, then yeah, I'll get someone to take a video and just do the same thing, like shopping and things like that. And of course, if if people take a video, you can see footage. But if it's me doing the recordings, I've got to use an audio recording app to do it, and then upload it to YouTube because I can't see to do visual videos. But anyway, now I can't think of what else to say until I, of course, do a demo of me doing a smoothie. So,
Stop. Stop. Button.
I'm going to get going now, and then I'll do a demonstration very soon.